To me, it's having had the experience, it's a bit of a no-brainer. It gives you that edge on the next person. We only saw upside. Thrilled that we missed the other property now. Thrilled. We're over the moon with how we've ended up. Yeah, just the perfect thing, in the perfect spot, for the perfect price. Thank you, Vipul. Cammeray was our first Lower North Shore experience. We were lucky enough to get our hands on a duplex. First 5 years we did a major renovation of that. Loved Cammeray, loved the area, but we were in a duplex. So we did decide at some point during COVID to make a move to get more space. So we did leave the area to go to Middle Cove, and we had a nice freestanding house. We've since sold that, and we're looking to get back to Cammeray. It's an area that we've always felt very comfortable. Our kids are at school there. That was really the focus for us to get back into the area, and it's a very hotly contested little pocket. Oh look, what's not to like about Cammeray? It's centrally located, it's a beautiful area, it's not too dense, plenty of parks, plenty of open space. Schools are great for the kids, so that proximity, that central location just makes it an absolute winner. I think it's the jewel in the crown of the Lower North Shore, to be honest. Yeah, for us it was a very specific type of thing we were looking for. We really wanted a house that was ideally a knockdown rebuild opportunity. My wife's a designer. We thoroughly enjoyed a big renovation of our previous property in Cammeray. So to find something that we could make our own to see us through the next period for the girls through high school. So it's really a kind of a 8 to 10 year home for us. So, but importantly, to be able to buy something that we could either do a major renovation on, or ideally a knockdown rebuild, was really what we were looking for. And that's very hard to find in Cammeray. If we'd found this property, we saw you at the first open, we both had the same very clear view that it was really the perfect proposition. For us, that advisory part was more around understanding what a fair market value for this property is. And buying property is a highly emotional process, especially when it's for your own home. To have that level of analysis around here's the property, here's what's been happening in the area, to this level is a fair and reasonable, justified position. Anything beyond that is more of an emotional decision for us to take. So to have that clarity was really good. In terms of how that I suppose advisory support came through, it was around the analysis of the property itself and being clear on what it is and what it's really worth, knowing where we stand on that, and then that also then sets the framework for an approach to a vendor to try and get this thing, before the next person does. To have the support around how do we get a conversation with the vendors on this property, knowing it was going to be hotly contested, and allowing your expertise to take us through that was really where the value for us is. We simply couldn't have had those conversations as one of a number of interested parties. Those doors, those conversations wouldn't have opened. There is no chance we would have been able to have achieved the outcome if we'd tried to figure it out ourselves. And I say that purely because of having seen the competition around an asset like this in an area like this. There's every chance that an auction could have got well out of control, and we may not have even got the property, let alone at a better price. We certainly would have paid more for it. We may have actually ended up being priced out of it. It's probably the easiest question to answer. There's no way we could have actually achieved the outcome without your guidance. It's a 450 square metre block. It's a freestanding house, single level brick home with some magnificent Pebble Creek features on the outside. So it would have been built in maybe the 50s or 60s, I suppose. Solid old home. It's in a beautiful elevated position overlooking one of the parks in Cammeray, and it looks across to the golf course. Position, aspect, size, its location in terms of what's around it as well. We know what we want to build. We were just trying to find the right place to put it. To have achieved a result before auction, which is what we managed to do, was all your help. For the house we want to build, it is just the perfect thing, in the perfect spot, for the perfect price. Thank you, Vipul. We'll knock down rebuild. We've designed the property. We'll start planning processes, obviously in due course. Yeah, ideally we want to end up with a 2-storey family home that can see us through high school for our kids and keeps us firmly planted in Cammeray. This one's going to be it for us. We won't be moving again. I assure you. I can honestly say the fee for your service is the best money I've spent in quite a long time, because we did manage to get, quite frankly, the property of our dreams in a very competitive market. In terms of the value that we got for the property, your fee's been covered multiple times before we've even started. So yeah, best money I've spent in years. You want to give yourself the best chance possible, and that doesn't mean that you're going to be buying something at a higher price. It actually means the opposite. So you're likely to get a property at a better price than if it just comes through the market and you fight it out with the next guy. So for me, I think this experience has definitely changed my frame of what a buyer's agent or a property advisor can do for you. For me, next time I wouldn't bother wasting my time and energy on it. I'd just get you to help.